Welcome to Chaudhary Data World channel. Today I'm here with a new video on combined files. So let's get started with the video. Basically, why this option is available here? The major scenario which day-to-day analyst faces that suppose if you are having some sales data into some particular folder and that all data it is divided on monthly basis. Now if you want to visualize data in front of readers, if you want to have the data into a collated format, that means all months data should be into a single table somewhere. So to cope up with this particular scenario, it is having Power BI is having this combined files option. But the major constant here is two things to be kept in mind before this combined file before applying this combined file option into your all files available into that particular folder. So first one is that particular folder similar let me show you how this particular one is organized one. So staging trends CSV here you can see that in this monthly data folder I have for this demo purpose I have created this monthly data folder. Here I am having all these files available. Suppose I've just taken a sample like January file you are having, Feb, March and then April. So basically all these files whatever it is into your monthly data folder, it should be having same format. That means in this case we are having .xlx format. So you should be having same format. Second thing kept to be into your mind is if I will open one of them, suppose January, and show you. You can see that it is having the data structure. That means data structure it is having four rows here and two means all the columns named as A B C D, right? So these column names only should be into the other files as well, and in other files also you should be having only these four columns only. Otherwise the data structure will not match and you will end up with having an error at the time of combination of all the files. So these things to be kept in mind before if you are proceeding with that combined file option. So let me demonstrate you how this works basically. What I will do, how you will use this combined file. Right now you can see that it is faded, right? So this particular combined file it can be used by having clicking on new source, and if you will click on more, you'll get an option to choose your folder where all these files are kept basically. So let it open. Yeah, so here you are having option of folder, right? So when I will click on connect, it will give me a browse option actually. You can see this PC document monthly data, right? This was the folder. I'm choosing it. On click of OK, you can see it is having a preview option actually, which is having metadata in it written over it, like what the name of the file, what is extension actually, date access, date modified, all the metadata whatever available for those for that particular file. So you are having now two options here, transform data or combine and transform data. Right now I am proceeding with this combine and transform data so that you will be aware of this transform data as well in a one go. Now you are having this combined file. Basically this is a window of where you will be choosing your seats and all, from which the schema or structure, basically file structure need to be imported into the Power Query window. So when you will click on sheet 1, you can see that it is having that data preview in front of you, and here sample file, whatever you want to choose you can choose it from here. So it is having one file, means one first file. This first file it is a by default option available here with since A comes first in April, so based on sorting it has taken April. If you want to change it to some other file, January. So definitely you can see that this jan.xlx is selected as a sample file, and if it is giving you option to select what all seats need to be selected. So you can see here in January we are having 10 rows. For the convenient purpose and for demonstration purpose, what I did is I've kept A B C D as a column name in every column headers of every file, and the rows I have named it as row 1 2 3, as you can see here, till 10 in January. From in February from 11 to 20. Similarly till April it will go to row 40. Okay, so it is also having one option that is skip files with error. If suppose some file throwing some error, and that particular error if you are facing, and if you want to just proceed without that particular file. So we can click on OK now, and once clicked on OK you can see that it will be loaded to a new window, I guess. Yeah, so here you can see that it is loaded to this monthly data too, right? But the problem what we can see here, that whatever the column header was into the separate files, that was A B C and D, it is everywhere taken as a separate row actually. So this should not be the actual scenario actually. So what we can do here, we can see that these both the things, whatever it is that this query, that means the collected query, that means collected data, actually it is here, and the transformed file from monthly data, whatever it is into this particular group. So this one, it is called a separate group, and this is second a separate group. So what we will do, we will transform the file, sample file, in this particular group. So what we can do actually, here we will go to transform sample file. Here we are having jan file as the sample file, right? So you can see that A B C and D, and what we can do, we can use first row as header. As soon as you click over it, this particular one become as desired. Now on click of this monthly data, you can see that it is telling you the expression error. To cope up with this thing, we can delete this change type. You can see now it has come to you as expected. That means if suppose if you want to remove, suppose this is having source name as April, January, February, April, March. Every file it is having included into this particular data set, and you as every data set is containing 10 rows in it, so you can see that all 40 rows are listed on here. So this is how you can combine the files into your data in Power Query Editor window. Now there is a very common use case actually, which everybody face in day-to-day activity. That is, suppose if you are having these four files here, and there is a fifth file in it which is having something. Suppose it is not exactly same format as these four files are. So what we will do at that time, let me take out one file like that. I've kept for demo purpose this fib, and I have converted this to CSV format. All the files available here in XLX format, but this particular one is in CSV format. So what it will do, when we will go here, now I will revert all the changes back. I will delete it first. I will delete this group as well. With a fresh setup, what we will do, new source, more, then folder, then connect. Again we will click on this PC, document, staging, monthly data. So in this one only we have kept all the files here. Okay, combine and transform data. It is asking you to give a sample file against it. You can choose any one of them. Suppose if you are using gen.xlx and seed one of it, we will take it up. You can see it is now loading. And as expected, you can see that you are having error, right? So this april.xlx, as it was parsing the files, it was able to read this xlx file, as we are having sample file as xlx, that was zen.xlx. So april file it is able to read, and when it crossed from april to feb, means suppose some other data file that might be that csv, suppose. So what it came across it, so you can see what this error is telling you. fib.csv, that means transform file external table is not in the expected format. So the expected format is .xlx, and here we are supplying fib.csv. So it is not doable. Actually, this is not as per the standard guidelines of as per Microsoft documentation. So what we can do, we can keep let that file into that particular folder only, and what we will do is we'll just go here in, suppose, um, parameters, manage parameter, or just a second, let me check where it is. Yeah, so transform sample file. So basically what it will do is transform sample file here and then transform file. Just a second. Yeah, so basically in this monthly data only, at source you will go, and what you will do is you will click on this, sorry, you will click on cancel, and you can see that you are having all the file name listed over here. To cope up with that problem, that csv, if you want to discard in at the time of loading only, so what you will do, will just only go on this monthly data, and then at source, in this source you can do, you can filter out this fib.csv, and rest of the things will be checked in. Click off ok. You will see that monthly data is will be not throwing any error now. You will step by step navigate to all the steps, whatever it is. You will see that every step are going good now. Yeah, so you can see that all those, since it is 44, we can just transform sample file, and we can use first row as header, so that we can get here monthly data. So you can just remove this source name and then change type. You can see that all those 40 records are here with us. So in this scenario we found out that how to remove other file types if what is not needed into this particular transformation. So this is a very basic scenario you will be facing day to day in your project. So that was all about this combine file. Thank you so much for watching the video. Do like the video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to the channel. I will be coming up with all this type of video. Thank you so much once again.